of introducing Startup Weekend. You know I'm excited about Startup Weekend because it's an educational experience and you get to apply the great skills. So all the things that we learned in this class, including but not limited to programming, you have the expertise to help take your skills to the next level and perhaps help a team become successful in this wonderful, wonderful 54-hour event over the weekend process. And so, with no further ado, let me put it in the able hands of Laveau. I'll be over here driving on the computer. Tell us about Startup Weekend, if you will.
Well, I had a wonderful speech prepared, but you guys pretty much know what Startup Weekend is, right? All right, raise your hand if you have a really good general idea about what Startup Weekend is. It's okay if you don't. Okay, all right. So, Startup Weekend is your opportunity, okay? Just look at it that way. Raise your hand if you're the type of person that has all types of startup ideas, improvements, etc. Like, it's just natural for you to be creative in that way, right? Business ideas, all that. I'm one of those people too. I love tech even though I don't code, but I always think of new tech startup ideas myself. I'm also an entrepreneur. And when I heard about Startup Weekend, I was very excited about it because I wanted to participate, but I ended up being one of the organizers of it. And the reason why is because the people that are involved, like Dr. Tyson, he was involved in a year before. It's really a life-changing experience to be involved with these people. Not only are you going to be surrounded with a bunch of people like yourself, but there's other people that are going to come that have the skills that you need to bring your idea to life. Some of you are in a position where you know you have something, a good idea, and you know what you need to do, but you don't have enough hands. You don't have enough heads for the hats, right? You don't have a team. This is where you can find your team. If you really feel like you have what it takes, this is your opportunity to see if you really do, right? This is why you're here, to build your skill, but to also build your network. And when you go to Startup Weekend, you're going to build lasting relationships. These people can not only help you that weekend, but most of the people who work in Startup Weekend continue to work together afterwards. And they actually develop these ideas. So this is where you can get the financing. This is where you can be heard, where you can be seen. You've watched Shark Tank. This is the dolphin tank, okay? This is your practice, okay? You're going to learn. You're going to be up against other people outside of students, but real entrepreneurs who are already out here doing this. They're out here to get exposure as well. There's also going to be recruiters there. You don't know if someone from one of the 23 Fortune 500 companies here in Texas will be there recruiting. There's going to be people that are looking for people to bring onto their team who have the skills to help them reach their goals. And I was in a meeting a day or so ago, and there was a guy there who works for large corporations like Coke, PepsiCo. And what they want to do is they want to utilize startups to help them reach their goals. Small startups cannot kill big corporations like Coke and Pepsi, but they're annoying to them. And what they've realized is that if they can bring people like that in to solve big problems they have quickly, that's where they want to go. And they'll just give you $1 billion to do it, okay? This is what this guy, he was there like teaching us how to approach big corporations to come in with our startups and like solve problems for them and get funding for whatever it is we want to do. And so, but you can't even think about approaching companies like that if you don't have your stuff together, right? So this is where you actually can get the practice, you can build your team, you can get the funding, you can get the start, but the network of people that are behind Startup Weekend are well connected. These are the stakeholders. These are the people that can teach you what you need to know to build this business. And you have to have a business mindset. Now, I have a discount code for you guys. I know it was really expensive at first, but it's crunch time now. We have a deadline. And I'm here today because I am fighting for Startup Weekend. Basically, the lead on Startup Weekend had some issues come up, and they were just going to cancel the whole thing. But myself and a partner of mine didn't want that to happen, so we're here to offer a discount to make sure that everybody gets a chance to be a part of this, because we really believe in it, and we want you guys to have the opportunities that we have, right? So that's why I'm here. So the discount code is simply TCC. Now, even if you don't participate, you can still be a spectator, and that's only $10. $10. If you're afraid or you feel like you're not ready to be in it, you can just come and watch, be in the environment. You can still network. Okay, it's only $10. You don't have to be there all the days. You can be there when you can. It's totally worth it. And there's gonna be food. And at the end, whoever wins, there's an after party for you after that, right? So it's cool, it's fun, it's gonna be hard work, but it's going to show you what you're made of, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how smart you guys are in the area you are. You have to have good business skills. You have to have a team. I mean, I'm going through it right now, okay? I'm a filmmaker. I'm an indie filmmaker and producer. And I work with people like you all the time. But at the end of the day, you have to have money. You have to know how to get the money you need. You have to have a team, and you have to know how to run with a team and work with them, right? So it's up to you guys. I don't know when the next time there's going to be a startup weekend. Is it going to be like next year?
Usually in February, they do it twice a year.
They do it, yeah, February.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. Maybe this year you're not ready. I mean, it's like 2.5 weeks away. Maybe mentally you're like not ready for that. But if not, just come and watch, and maybe February you can come and actually do it, right? All right. Anybody have any questions? Anybody still like, I don't know, like, if I really want to be? I'm here to answer your questions. Yes?
Have you done Startup Weekend?
I haven't. I wanted to. This is my first time, and I had to make a decision. Am I going to be in it, or am I going to help run it? And then I just got in on this side. But I haven't done Startup Weekend, but I work with the people who facilitate it, and just being around them and connected to them has changed my life.
A follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
As a filmmaker, how do you convince people that's a business? Because some people don't look at it like that.
It's most definitely a business. How do I convince people that being
Well,
a
like how do you
filmmaker?
pitch and raise money, and how do you promote yourself?
So there's a lot of different ways. Social media, of course. Any way a business would typically market themselves, but there's also platforms for that to raise money. There's Seed and Spark. There's many different platforms where people can raise money for films. You know, you have to have a pitch deck. You ever heard of a pitch deck? That's what you need.
So I've never heard of it. What exactly do you do over the weekend?
So basically, it's like this. All right, you come in, big room. They explain all the rules. You do a 60-second pitch. You come up with an idea, right? 60-second pitch. You write that idea down. You put it on the board. Put it on the board. Everybody gets their idea read. Whoever thinks your idea is good votes for your idea. The top 6 or 7 ideas that has the most votes, that's who gets to move forward. The people who voted yes on your idea are your team now. Now you have a team, and then there's a mentor assigned to your team. This is a person who's an established business owner that can help you think of things you haven't thought of and coach you over the weekend. So once you're done and you put like a mock pitch together, and like you don't actually have to like, because that was one of my questions. Do you actually have to have the product there? No, just have a mock-up, right? And be able to present it at the end. And that's pretty much it. They judge it. There's 3 judges. They judge it at the end. And that's it. And you win prizes. Now the prizes are determined on what the sponsors are giving, and we're working on figuring out what those prizes will be.
McMillanites. I'll be there over this whole weekend. I believe in it that much. I used to give only about 20 points extra credit on this because that was before I actually went to the event myself. But after the event, I sweep the green team. This is an at least 50-point extra credit opportunity. You miss a quiz in this class, you can go make it up through going through an experience such as this. But it's educational. I've doubled those points because I see the educational value. I see you being able to apply practically the skills you're learning in this class. That's priceless, folks. You're getting a touch of a great network. The folks that are at Startup Weekend, I'm constantly being invited to other events. They're heavily involved in the Fort Worth community. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to help you really, really cultivate your business ideas. On the link I gave you in the announcements area, you'll find the general schedule as well. So Dr. McMillan, I'm working, I got to do my 8 to 5. They start the event on Friday at 6:30. And then they really kind of work through 10 p.m. To get those initial pitches done. By the end of that night, they're going to have those teams. You're going to get to be a part of a team that you think is going to work best for you. It's a self-selection process in that regard. Get ready to do some real work on Saturday. And then on Sunday, some real work early in the morning, and you actually get the pitch. Are we still going to the WeWork downtown, perhaps?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
A lot of things are moving around right now.
Sounds good. I got to back up if need be, but certainly you get the pitch in the night in a location to bring together those teams. I was so proud of the groups last time. Many of them were my students, but also there were groups from the outside community that competed. There were some 15-year-olds there competing, right? Hey, Dr. McMillan, I'm a student. I'm too busy right now. You can be a student and an entrepreneur, right? I never like that question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because that assumes I'm only going to do one thing. Oh no, I got a lot of things on my mind that I want to do. And the great thing about being an entrepreneur, like I am, I'm going to form another business. I've had one business, I'm going to form another one soon. The idea is that I get to manage my own schedule. I work as hard as I want to. I just happen to be a hard worker. But then I also can say if I'm overwhelmed, let me take a step back and rest. Business ownership is hard work, but it's also work on your terms.
Yeah.
And really, really being ethical and appealing to clients, but also applying the great skills you have in academia. It's exhilarating, folks, to have 13 years of college education and then fulfill a business need and actually earn a little bit of money by doing that. That's a great thing as well. So I can't overlook the power of Startup Weekend. I'm going to be a supporter of it from here to eternity, and I really want y'all to go there as well. I'll be joining you at Startup Weekend. I'm not just sending you. Dr. T is going to be there as well. And remember, it's happening, November 15th?
through 17th.
Through 17th. Other questions of our special guests?
Yes.
So you said it was kind of like Shark Tank, but Dolphin Tank. So like at the end of it, not saying I would win, not even put myself there, but whoever does win, like the investment opportunities for their startup, like who reaches around, like are there investment opportunities? Like are they going to take that idea and roll with it and just keep cultivating and expanding it, or?
It's yours. It's
Yeah.
your idea.
Right.
So the opportunities that come out of that, we're going to present prizes, whatever those prizes are. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's other things. But you never know who is there listening and watching who wants to work with you. That's why the possibilities, even if you don't win. And don't count yourself out. There were some, I've heard the stories. There's teenagers who won this. There's teenagers who've gotten close to winning.
Mhm.
High schoolers, okay?
Yep.
So you just have to have a great idea and have a great team to do it. Okay. Yes.
And this is like all day Saturday and Sunday, and then Friday evening.
So it's Friday evening, all day Saturday, and most of the day Sunday.
Yep.
It doesn't mean you can't leave or do anything. It's not a lockdown, it's not a retreat, it's not a rehab. You can have your phone, you can do whatever
Yes.
you want,
Yeah, by the time that 9 p.m. happens, Dr. T is getting close to his bedtime, so I'm staying on home, but they got lots of opportunity for you to really, really be engaged. And I'm going to look closely at my deadlines. If I have like some deadlines due around that time, I might just strategically move those forward so you can actually focus your efforts on this particular event.
That
So,
would be cool.
so you won't have any excuses. Oh, Dr. McMillan, I couldn't go to Startup Weekend. I had that quiz due in your class. Oh no, I've extended that deadline. by way of extension.
So I have some cards here. If anybody has any more questions, and also if you know someone who might like to sponsor, we're still looking for food sponsors. Anybody who wants to be an exhibitor, maybe to exhibit their business, maybe someone who has a small business who wants to have a table, take my card. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for listening. And I'm going to leave
Yes,
some of these cards with you.
Yes, thank
Just
you.
like the whole thing.
That work.
And
Thank you for being here.
no
Let's give our
problem.
special guests a hand, folks.
I hope to see you guys there.
Okay, excellent. Will do.